Okay, just to respect everybody's time, we will go ahead and get started. I figured the easiest way to do this is get as many as we can on the phone on the line here, and then we will also be recording this. So if you do need a recording to pass on to anybody else, or if you need to access this later, we will have it posted on the Celebrate Youth portion of where you go to sign up for Celebrate Youth. Today's our day, our decision day. We have been meeting with a lot of people. We've had a lot of meetings. There was one particular meeting last night that took place that we were waiting on, trying to see what the results for. That was concerning a mask mandate in Rexburg. After meeting with all of these health officials, with the city, with the county, it has been brought to our attention that with Celebrate Youth as it normally looks, the party in the park with 10 to 12,000 people, there's no way that we can adhere to the latest set of crisis guidelines that Eastern Idaho Public Health has put out there. So right now, the back to school party in the park, we will not be having that as it normally looks like. We've been having to make a lot of hard decisions lately. This is one of those. This would be my 12th year working on this event. This event has become somewhat of a baby for me. And I know that there's so much division right now among many people concerning all of these issues surrounding COVID. Its very existence, for a matter of fact. It doesn't matter how we got here. The fact is that we're here, and we aren't able to hold our event, and we don't want to try to push that. We respect our city, we respect our partnerships with each and every one of you, and we respect the members of our community that we would like to adhere to the resolution that our city passed last night, which is the United We Stand Against COVID-19. And so in order to do this, please don't take off yet, please don't leave, because we have been working around the clock to try to come up with a solution, because we believe right now, more than any other time, our community needs something like this. Our youth needs something like this. Our businesses need something like this. And so hang tight with me, hold on to your questions, or if you want to write them in the chat, you can do that. And then once I show you what we have in mind, what we're hoping for, ask your questions, let us know what you think, and we can kind of go from there. But just to reiterate, the back to school party in the park, as it generally stands and as it normally looks, will not be held in Porter Park. So let me share my screen with you. Once again, we are trying to adapt. That's what all of us are doing right now. So what we have come up with is a Celebrate You, Choose Your Own Adventure. We'll explain a little bit more what this is going to look like, the actual event. And then once we do that, I will show you, because there is no party in the park, I will show you how we have adjusted the different sponsorships and opportunities to be a part of this, in hopes that you still feel like this is something that is worth your time. If we didn't believe in this event, we would have just let it pass by. We would have just let it cancel. But we're holding on with everything because we firmly believe not just in the event, in the message, but we believe that it's needed right now. And in order for that to happen, we need you guys. So let me breeze through this real quick. So we're keeping the name Celebrate You. We're going a new route as far as Choose Your Own Adventure. So we will have once again, this is kind of the theme so to speak, that we want people to have in mind as we think about Celebrate You. We want them to celebrate their choice, their resilience, their self, diversity, individuality, adventure, unity, community, and freedom. And I can't think of a better time to celebrate and even just acknowledge all of these things than right now during these COVID times. So as you see right here, the times, your adventure would begin at Madison High School, 2 to 7 p.m. And again, this is for the people attending. This is not vendors setting up, anything like that. This is what the event will look like for people who are going to attend it. This is what we will be promoting to the public. They will show up at the high school between 2 and 7 p.m. We will have different lanes, and there we will distribute a party bag. So these party bags are, we will be filling 5,000 of them and prepping all of these before the event. We'll do it drive-by style, and so people will pull up, not even get out of their car. Our volunteers, who will be masked and gloved, will pass them their party bag. Just by showing up, they are choosing an adventure, because inside of this party bag, we have picked out some of our favorite Celebrate Youth games that we generally bring and that we sponsor. And we have put in there instructions, as well as some of the items that you will need to do these at home with your family or with your friends, or even with your roommates. So as you can see here, we've got fishing pond, sidewalk chalk, limbo, ring toss, bowling, obstacle course, wacky hair, thank you cards, animal safari, bubbles, dino dig, stomper, bingo. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Scavenger hunt, the selfie challenge, rock the town, COVID journal, and Celebrate You. So these are all things that will be in the bag that is passed to everybody as they come through. In the bag, once again, will be items for this. Each child in the family will receive a bag, and then we will have a party guide, a guide to adventure. And inside of that, it will have a short description of how to play each of these games, as well as things that you will need to round up from home, and things that we have included in the bag, how you can use those for the different games. In addition to the written instructions, we will have video instructions on our medias to demonstrate how each of these games can be played at all of the different levels. And so that will be one of the contents of the party guide. So again, every child will get a bag. They'll drive through, ask how many in the family, we'll give them a bag, and then the parent will get the party guide. So just right there, if that is all they feel comfortable with, and that's the adventure they choose, they can take their party guides and head home. And as a family, they can participate in all of these games. If they choose, they want to continue their adventure, because this is about choice right now. This is about what they feel comfortable with as a family, as an individual, as a group of friends. These are some of the things that we will offer. And in order to, again, I said, we will not be holding all of this at Porter Park. So in an effort to keep people distance and to make it a little bit more of an adventure, we are spreading these things throughout the community. And so we don't have exact locations. We're still firming things up on some of these, but just for example, if they choose to go to the adventure wall, or the climbing wall, that will be located at Kennedy Elementary. If they choose to get creamies, that will be located at over at the Madison County Sheriff's Office, and the train rides will be over at Madison Junior High, and the bounce toys will be at Madison Middle School. So each of these adventure stops right here will be located at a different stop. All of these stops will be posted here along with a map. And if a family has the entire day from 2 to 7, they may very well choose to go and visit each one of these. If a family has a limited amount of time, or maybe some younger kids, they might just choose what some of their favorites were, the bounce toys, the photo booth, whatever that may be, but that is their choice. And when they get there, there will be volunteers who are keeping the spacing and the number of people that are allowed there. So for example, with a climbing wall, if we have 50 people there, they're in their separate lines, and we have people continuing to pull into the parking lot, our volunteer will send them to their next adventure until some space opens up at this current adventure. So again, these will all take place at different locations. These are the things that have the potential of being up in the air, depending on where COVID is, where the community is in the next 3 to 4 weeks. This right here, the party bags, this is something that we can do no matter what. We can do this safely. We can do this without public gathering. We can do this without putting anybody at harm. So Celebrate You, Choose Your Adventure will happen no matter what, even if it is just this party bag right here. If everything is as it is right now, or I believe even if we move to this next stage, according to Eastern Idaho Public Health, the moderate stage, moderate risk, we will still be able to do these adventure stops. As you'll see right here, business freebies or discounts. So inside of this event guide, similar to before, depending on your sponsorship level, this is where we want you to bring them into your business. They're out having an adventure, add to that adventure. And this is your turn to be creative. And so offer them a buy one, get one free ice cream cone or whatever it may be. Bring them into your business. If that's not something that you can do, you can just offer a discount for an adventure later. Raffle items. One of the biggest parts of Celebrate Youth have been the incredible raffle prizes that we have had. Thousands and thousands of dollars, everything from iPads to bikes. While some of these are bought with the funds that we raise, so many of these every year are donated generously by all of you, our sponsors. This is something that we didn't want to give up. We wanted to continue doing it. And so we will be doing giveaways leading up to the event. Anybody interested in donating, gift cards, prize packs, anything like that, we will gladly accept those. As far as the raffle, we're doing a COVID style raffle. And so I mentioned we will have 5,000 of these pre-stuffed bags. And so instead of us gathering all the raffle prizes and keeping them at our place, one location, what you will do is you will either send us, if you put together a camping pack, and that's what you will be raffling off. You will take a picture of that, and on a sheet of paper, you will write camping pack courtesy of, and then for sake of not having a name, Madison Cares. So in that, we will then take these raffle prize tickets and we will place them randomly throughout the 5,000 bags. In the past, we've had up around 150 raffle prizes. And so this alone is a huge selling point, to know that inside of your bag, you could have a raffle ticket. And by a ticket, I mean, you've won it, saying, come to Madison Cares, you have won a free trampoline. Come to Grand Peaks, you have won a 2 lagoon passes. Whatever it may be, we will then, the raffle prize will send them, refer them to your business to come in and pick that up. So that's how we plan to handle raffles. As far as safety precautions that we plan to take, all of our volunteers, we will be doing temp checks and they will all be masked up. We will be, our volunteers at each of these adventure stops will be encouraging and distancing the lines, as well as controlling the number of people that are at each one of these stops. With 11 different adventure stops, we know that there are going to be significantly less people. And so that alone will help us with the distancing. In our promotion and leading up to this event, we will strongly encourage the wearing of masks from our community members. Per the United We Stand Against COVID, the city revolution, the city resolution, not revolution. We will have hand sanitizers at the rock wall, bounce toys and photo booth, any other things that the children will be closer or touching things. All kids will be required to use hand sanitizer before getting on those. Adventure stations will be sanitized by professional cleaners regularly. This will be about every hour between the 2 to 7 time frame. And as I mentioned before, the distancing of all of these adventure stops. So all of these things that made Celebrate Youth amazing, that were packed into one park, Porter Park, they are now going to be spaced out all over town. And so all 11 of these stops, as I posted up there, everything from the carousel to train rides to popcorn, they will be spaced out, and which will automatically limit the number of people that are at each one of these places. A few of the challenges: COVID is ever changing and limiting. As we know this, these adventure stops, we are very aware that there is a possibility that there are some of them or all of them that might not be able to happen. But we want to make this as much like Celebrate You as possible with these ideas. Volunteers, we are having a really hard time rounding up volunteers to come and help us with this event. Anybody, in order to participate, just from listening to this, in order to participate, you will need access to a car and someone to drive you around, which we realize is it's a deterrent. And it's unfortunate because we want to be all inclusive in who can come to this event. But when doing these things, there's only so much that we can do. No face-to-face interactions with the business and the communities. So those of you who are used to having a sponsor booth and having the opportunity to visit with community members, promote your business, talk to people about your business, that is something that will not happen with this version of what we're doing. And then the other challenge that we're seeing is a challenge in funding this event through sponsors and through different support. Generally, we're at about 95 sponsors, and as it stands right now, we're at 44. This event is 100% paid for by the money that we raise from our sponsors, and so we're depending upon that, and we can only do so much with the sponsors and the donations that we have. The why are we doing this? Why are we pushing this? Why make all of this effort? I firmly believe, Madison School District firmly believes, and Madison Cares firmly believes that our community desperately needs this. The morale of having something that they are familiar with, the mental health of getting out and being involved in something, feeling connected, yet at the same time distanced, which we believe we can and will be able to execute with this event. But we believe that our community needs this right now. Our businesses, they need the opportunity for this exposure. The exposure that we're going to propose to you in the adjusted sponsorships has the possibility to be huge for any of the businesses, any of the sponsors that choose to participate in this. And while I can't personally speak to the burn of COVID the last 3 months and the shutdown, I know that I want and we want to do everything possible to get people in your doors and shopping and supporting local. And so our businesses need an opportunity to reach their public. And because people are craving normalcy, anything that is normal right now. And while it's not the normal Celebrate You in the park, it has the familiar feels about it, some of the same activities, and that's what we're seeking, is to give give people in this crazy world one little bit of normalcy. So as far as the adjusted sponsorship levels, I'm going to leave these up here. And just kind of speak a little bit to the party guide. We are printing 5,000 of those, and anybody who has already signed up for a promotional booth, what that will get you is a quarter-page full-color ad in this party guide that we will be printing 5,000 of. We will also be making a digital version of this. The digital version of this will have a hyperlink to your website or your Facebook page, whichever you choose. And so that's the promotional booth. With the silver, people who have signed up for the silver, it's everything I mentioned there, but we will also be putting together a video of all of the sponsors, which we will be posting on all of our medias, as well as sending out in a district-wide email to all parents and staff. Which that has about a reach of 9,000 people on that distribution list. All those signed up or wanting to sign up for the gold, everything that I have already mentioned, except for with the gold, you will get, excuse me, I lost my train of thought there. With the gold, I don't have it listed on here, but with the gold, you will have the option of providing us with an item, whether it be a swag item, a bracelet, a little bottle of sanitizer, an item to put in each one of the bags that will be distributed. And again, this needs to be an item, not a flyer. And so you can provide us with 5,000 of something, and we will pre-stuff those into the bag. The platinum level, everything that I have mentioned above, and then in addition, your business will be placed on the selfie scavenger hunt. So this is one of the new games that we have this year, where we're encouraging people to go around and take selfies with different places, different items, different things, different people. And as a platinum level sponsor, you will be placed on this selfie scavenger hunt. For example, go take a selfie in front of Grand Peaks Medical, or go take a selfie with someone inside of Grand Peaks Medical. So that is how that will look. And that selfie scavenger hunt will be placed inside every single one of the bags. Our diamond level sponsors, everything we have mentioned above, your logo will be on the back of the event t-shirt that all of the volunteers are wearing. You will have the option of setting up a table or a banner at our bag distribution center at Madison High School. So that is kind of our first adventure stop, is where everybody picks up their bags, and you will have that option to come and set up there with a whatever it is you want, pull-up banners. If you want to bring a vehicle with your business's name on it, that's what offered at the diamond level. So this is what we have planned so far. As I said, this concept, this idea, it's less than 3 days old. As of Monday this week, we were planning to hold Celebrate Youth. Things have happened and things are changing fast, and we want to be a part of the community. We want to never endanger people's safety or have the perception that we are endangering people's safety. So with that, I know you guys are muted right now. Please feel free to unmute to ask any questions that you may have. We do already have 44 people signed up for different sponsorship levels. And at this time, what we're asking for is your continued support to either keep the sponsorship level that you have or to potentially upgrade with the reach that you can get on some of these things. If you are looking to be refunded, what you will have to do is just send us an email. You can send that to Goudy, GOUDYJ, at msd321.com. Simply state what your business's name is and that you're looking for a Celebrate Youth refund, and we can get that done for you. If you are looking to promote to a different sponsorship level, just do the same and indicate which one. And we won't make you go through the sign up process again. We will just go in there and change that. Once we have a firm grasp of who our sponsors will be for this Celebrate You, Choose Your Own Adventure, we will send out more information to you, such as when we need logos, when we need your items to put in the bags and such. Any questions?